Planet Dolan.
From unicorn penis cakes to actual science fiction nightmares, we count 10 of the worst ever cooking fails. Hey there, I'm Hellbent. I'm here to learn you suspiciously amazing facts that I didn't just make up. Number 10. Whoever made this cake thought it would be a great idea to build their young child a delicious castle out of dicks. I'm guessing it was supposed to look like a magical fairy tale Disney castle. But instead, it came out looking like 3 erect unicorn penises with tiny dancing princesses around them. The base of the cake seems perfectly smooth, but the towers, or shafts as they were, are wrinklier than an old man's trouser snake. The chef of this cake might want to go see a gardener about his flower warts. I don't think a real princess wants anything to do with that. Number 9. I got a strong feeling this snack was thrown together at about 4 a.m. after a long night of partying. The person responsible has spared no expense in preparing this delicious 5-star meal. After finding the nearest paper plate, the hungry chef located 2 taco shells. After realizing he has no taco ingredients because he's probably a poor university student who spent all of his money on beer, this crafty chef then chose to literally throw canned spaghetti in the vague direction of the taco shells. I'm no master chef, but I think this might be the finest dish the world has ever seen. Number 8. We've all made lazy meals before. You know, where you just slap a few ingredients together and call it a dish. But this is a whole new level of laziness. The chef didn't even try to give a fuck. I mean, I get it. You work with what you got. You got some cheap-ass American cheese that has no flavor and some pasta, so you try to mix them together. But the whole mixing them together thing was too much for this person. Let's just dump a bunch of cheap cheese on there. Here you go, enjoy your macaroni and fuck it! What's that? You want dessert? Oh, I got this cup of water and some sweetener, here you go! Everything's fine, life is great! This really is the culinary equivalent of a complete mental breakdown. I'm not even sure if those noodles are cooked, they may just be slightly heated. You know how some people say, this dish was made with love. This was made with a crippling existential crisis. Ah, what is life? Number 7. Are we looking at the start of a meal or the aftermath of a meal? It looks like somebody poured cereal into a tray of vomit then shat beans in it. Nice try with the spoon. Even with that there, I still don't believe that anybody ate this. Not willingly anyways. This looks like some kind of messed up college prank where you blindfold somebody and say, yeah, we're gonna give you a nice big spoon of lasagna. Here you go. You never forget your freshman year. Still, that's disgusting, and if you think it looks delicious, you're a fucking liar. Number 6. There's a lot of different ways you can cook spaghetti, but I'm pretty sure this isn't one of them. It is a good way to make a house fire, though. I didn't even know spaghetti could be that flammable. Did they just leave the pot boiling for like an hour, then just put the spaghetti in there and think, the rim won't light it on fire, this is good, everything's fine? I genuinely hope this is just a picture of somebody taking a cigarette lighter up to a bunch of noodles. If not, the mere fact these people are allowed to have a stove is a danger to society. An ape with a box of hand grenades is more trustworthy than these people with any sort of flammable substance. Case in point, their first reaction to a kitchen fire is, oh look, the sketty's on fire, get a camera, we're gonna post it on the interwebs. Number 5. Maybe I'm being a bit hypercritical, but I think the person who attempted to recreate this beautiful rainbow jello cake may have misread the instructions a little bit. After botching several of the layers, the attempted cake imploded on the hopeful chef, leaving globs of colored gelatin all over the kitchen. I'll give them some credit. This looks significantly more difficult than boiling noodles, but this one was probably doomed from the start. It looks like a unicorn puked into a cake mold. But to give credit where it's due, they at least tried something reasonably complex, and it's not on fire. Number 4. The Great Gatsby, a timeless book and a horrifying failure in cake form. F. Scott Fitzgerald's famous novel has had some very interesting artistic interpretations over the years, but this one definitely takes the cake. Get it? 'Cause it's cake. My soul died a decade ago. Maybe it was made for a Gatsby-themed party, but for whatever reason, someone thought it'd be a great idea to take an ugly book cover and make it into an even more terrible-looking cake. Hey, at least they nailed the font. I welcome death. Number 3. Here's another example of a delicious rainbow dessert that failed miserably. The original cake is a beautifully segmented masterpiece. But at least the weird, saggy, multicolor attempt this person made still looks edible. Maybe some of these recipes should list 20 years of cake making experience alongside the required flour, eggs, and rainbow food coloring. Part of me thinks it looks like Play-Doh, but another part of me is still okay with eating it. I mean, it doesn't look like it's been on fire at any point at least. Number 2. Justin Bieber's apparently still famous for some reason, and people will still do anything to get near him, including eating a meat version of his head. For some inexplicable reason, this cake was baked in the very realistic image of Bieber's annoying face. And what's worse, it appears to be made out of minced meat and bacon. It's truly terrifying. And what's with the hard hat? Are they expecting an explosion? Are they building a house? I'm confused. Any dessert for you, Bob? Nah, thanks. I'm full of the decapitated head of an overrated pop star. But hey, come over next week. The wife's cooking up what's left over One Direction. Number 1. You know you're bad at cooking when you accidentally create a burning mutant life form. Not quite sure what this chef was intending to cook, but they absolutely ruined it, whatever it was. Looks like a friggin' sci-fi monster. Maybe there are billions of little extraterrestrial arachnids waiting to hatch out of the mucous membrane. Or maybe, now just hear me out here, the woman who concocted it may need to learn a little bit more about cooking. Just a theory. I guess if you never try, you never learn, but you really don't want to learn that lesson with fire, because instead of learning, you might be burning. That joke was almost as bad as this person's cooking. Have any cooking stories of your own? Let us know on the Reddit page linked below, and maybe you'll be featured in an upcoming countdown. But that's all for now, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Finds faggotonia as a person who is beyond gay or very effeminate. Webster's Dictionary has no definition. Jokes aside, Splendido's faggotonia is a variation on ravioli. So if you're a pasta fan, boil some water, bust out the white sauce, and get some delicious faggotonia in you.